Welcome, everybody, to the stream. I hope you're all ready today. I am the Baronade, and I'm going to be interviewing a wonderful special guest here, lovely friend of the stream, my part-time sugar daddy, legendary Twitch streamer, Mr. RWBYSorry. Hello, welcome.
I feel very welcome.
I'm glad. So, I'm here today. I'm going to be interviewing you. This is something that I've been planning for a little while, or at least something that I've kind of wanted to do for a little while, and I'm kind of glad that we were getting to do it now. I wanted to delve deep into the world of RWBYSorry and get to know you a little bit, get to know your history, because you've been, now, okay, out of our little streamer circle that we have, you've been streaming like almost as long as I have, I think, pretty much. I mean, as far as consistency, maybe even longer, potentially. So why don't we start there? What got you on this platform in the first place?
Well, that would have to be my brother, my eldest brother. He was watching Twitch back when it was just in TV. Like he was, watching speedruns and stuff, like Siglemic. And he introduced me to speedrunning through Siglemic's, I think it was a GDQ run in 2013. And that is what got me in the know about Twitch and speedrunning as a whole. And it was in 2014, like early 2014, when I bought Super Mario 64 for the VC on PAL. Yeah, it wasn't ideal, but it was a start. And yeah, I started watching streams. Like, I think I made my account in 2015 on Twitch. And I was, just basically in chat, like pretty much exclusively speedrunning streams. So like, Siglemic and Punke and formerly Cosmo, right? Now Narcissa, right? With like the Ocarina of Time speedruns and stuff. I was watching all that sort of stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much where it started. Just my brother getting me into it, and we actually ended up racing each other in a way, not in like in an actual head-to-head race, but rather just who can have the better PB. So,
and this was in Mario, was that?
Yeah, in Mario 64, we were doing 70 star, and he had a whiteboard in his room where he would write down our PBs. So
that's pretty cool, actually.
And it was funny because you could tell that he was naturally better than me, as he is with games. He was naturally better than me, but I put in the time to eventually get as good and better.
Oh, damn, okay, yeah.
So on the whiteboard, you would see like, he would have two different colors, one for me, one for him. And you would see like 3 or 4 of my PBs in between his. Because he would just get bigger PVs than me, but I would just be consistently knocking time off.
Okay, so he had like whenever he PB'd, it would be like in bigger increments, and yours were like smaller steps. But then you were putting in more time, so you were eventually overtaking him.
Yeah, so it would take me some time to like bring my time down and improve on his, and then he would do one run and beat me again. Like he would get 1 PV and I would just set me back again. But yeah, my first speed run, it was technically a casual playthrough with a timer. It had 3 bathroom breaks, and took, I believe it was 8 hours and 48 minutes.
And this was of 70 stars, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
It was that casual of a playthrough. It was to a point where I had already been to Tippy, but the stars there were too difficult, so I was going looking in other states. Like I went to JRB, like my brother was sat there next to me, like showing me how to get stars as I'm going. Um, yeah,
Okay.
it was an experience.
So I'm guessing that like playing against your brother and having this sort of competition going on that's a pretty big motivator, I guess, in a sort of sense to like see your time going down, see his time going down, and having that kind of battle. Are you generally?
Yeah,
Would you say that you've historically been, or that you are like a very competitive person? Is like the sort of competition between you and your brother? Do you think that's what like motivated you to get better at the game?
yeah. I feel like there's always been that sort of competition because like even with like growing up with them, like my oldest brother, he would always win at Mario Party and stuff,
Hmm.
and like I always felt like I had like someone to aim towards to be as good as at some point.
Hmm.
Um, and my way of doing that was by just putting in the time to get as good as him. Um, so like he's always been naturally better because he
Hmm.
grew up with more difficult games. But yeah, I would come in sort of later
Hmm.
and then have to pick it up and slowly, gradually build up to his level.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Okay.
I feel like a good sort of a good way of looking at this is like how like with Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past,
Hmm.
my brother finished that when he was 4 years old.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
He beat A Link to the Past at 4 years old. I beat it 20 years later, aged 18.
Oh my goodness. That's a hard game as well. I don't think I've even played A Link to the Past all the
Yeah,
way through to the end. That's a classic.
that, that's what I mean. It is a tough game. Um, my brother beat it at 4.
That is incredibly impressive.
Yeah,
But yeah, okay, I can see what you mean. This reminds me of there's like a quote that I've heard that I think is kind of true in your case as well. And I also kind of relate to what you're talking about with having like competition in your life where the people that you're competing against are maybe more naturally talented at certain things. In this case, your brother with Mario PBs, but putting in the time and effort, you can kind of overcome that. I think the quote is something like, "Hard work beats talent. If talent doesn't work hard." I think I've heard that at school. So I think
mm,
that's kind of it's kind of true, and it's fun to see it kind of play out as well. It's also a good motivating factor to overcoming that sort of obstacle as well, especially when you've
yeah,
got like the disadvantage of the natural skill. So I can kind of see how that would be like a powerful sort of motivating tool. Kind of
mm,
on this,
no,
since we're talking about Mario PBs as well, you mentioned that you watched in the early days. You mentioned Siglemic, Puncation, even Narcissa. I think 2 out of 3 of these runners, I think Puncation and Siglemic, are like known for 120-star runs, Mario specifically. Is there anything that got
yeah.
you to pick Mario as a speed game to start off with, or was it just a case of like circumstance, watching these runners, your brother was playing it too? What got you into
Uh,
Mario?
it, it was just the first thing my brother introduced me to, and I liked the look of it and wanted to give it a go.
Okay, but it wasn't a game that you had as a kid. It was just one that you picked up
No,
as a speed
it
game.
was it was. I don't think I ever played it on the N64, but I had the DS remake.
Oh, okay, okay.
Um, so I had played that, and I think I had like 19 stars in my file or whatever.
Mhm.
Uh, and some of those aren't even in the original game because the DS remake has 150 stars. Um, but yeah,
Yeah. So, on that note, let me I want you to let me in on the journey that you took through your Mario career, because you mentioned not playing on a Nintendo 64, and just now you mentioned playing on PAL VC.
yeah.
For those watching who might not know, there are a lot of versions of Mario 64. Do you want to briefly kind of uh, tap into what exactly makes PAL especially PAL VC, what makes it such a niche version of Mario to start off with?
Oh, it's incredibly niche because it's completely uncompetitive. Um, basically, so for anyone that doesn't know, there is a huge difference between PAL and NTSC, particularly with early games, with N64 and previous, in that PAL run well. This is still the case, but video games are now adapted to all run at the same frame rate. But back in the N64 days, the PAL versions would run at 50 hertz, where the NTSC would run at 60. So PAL would be 18% slower than NTSC. So, for instance, you take my PAL PB for 70 star, which is 1 hour and 13 minutes. If you put that into NTSC, and you did the calculation or whatever, that would be around about an hour.
That's 13 minutes shaved off just by time difference from how slow the game is running on its own.
Yeah. But basically, when you see someone that doesn't really know lag reduction in DDD on N64, look at that sort of lag, but put that at every point in the game, and it's just consistently that slow. That's roughly how it feels.
I think that's about accurate. It's funny because I played Super Mario 64 on the N64 when I was a little kid. When I was like 5 or 6, I had that game as a childhood game. And then I kind of put it aside and I never really played it again until kind of a little, like 2 years ago. I personally got into Mario 64 speedrunning, and that's kind of when I met Ruby as well. And I decided, okay, I've got the version on my N64, I'm just going to try it to see what it feels like or whatever. And I started playing it, and because in Australia here we have PAL, I started playing it, and it was so bad. I was like, I tried it on an emulator, and then I tried it on the console. It was like I was running it was like a stop motion movie. It was so slow. So I sold that N64. I was like, look, if I'm gonna buy it again, I'm gonna buy like a NTSC, like Japanese N64 or whatever, and I'll have that play it or whatever. So it's kind of unbelievable. It's pretty wild to see as well because, like you mentioned, games nowadays don't have that same sort of version difference where PAL games, NTSC games, there's not really a thing. Like, nobody talks about, like, oh, is your copy of Cyberpunk 2077 a PAL game? It's like, it just all runs, like, on your monitors fine, and even modern consoles as well have that sort of gameplay that, runs the same, even if the frame rate kind of drops a little bit, just gets choppier. But it's funny to see in those older games the gameplay actually slow down.
Yeah, well, it's... You can see that, like, even just from N64 to GameCube, that issue was solved. And you can tell because you can see on like speedrun leaderboards, you have a lot of European versions like high up on the leaderboards. Like I want to say the fastest version for Super Mario Sunshine, which I did run briefly as well. Super Mario Sunshine, I believe the fastest version is either Japanese or Italian. Yeah.
That's kind of wacky. It's a bit wacky.
Like I when I speedrun Super Mario Sunshine, I changed the language to Italian.
Actually, I can vouch for something like this. This is similar. A game that I speedrun is a visual novel, Ace Attorney, and on the Wii they have a bunch of different like language variants, and they have NTSC English, NTSC PAL, NTSC Japanese, German PAL, French PAL, and whatever. And it turns out that the fastest version of that game, beating out Italian PAL and the English NTSC, is French PAL, which is just kind of weird. And like you said, that's like, that generation of consoles on the Wii, so it's like past the N64. So that issue does kind of disappear. But okay, reeling it back a little bit to the Mario 64 PAL VC, take me through the journey of like, you started with PAL VC. How did you move through? What did you move to from there in your Mario journey? Because you played Mario for quite a few years, and you played it on a few different versions.
Yeah, I like you could almost name a version other than N64, and I've played it. So I started with PAL VC, and I played on that for about a year and a half. Then I was told that the difference between PAL and NTSC is so big that if you were to switch from one to the other immediately, it would feel like a different game. You'd have to relearn muscle memory in that. So I figured, okay, I'm going to take a break from the game, and then I'll get the NTSC version when I can. And so I took a break for 6 months, and I ended up buying a new Wii because I wanted to mod it.
Ooh, okay.
So because I didn't want to mod the Wii I already had, because that was my original Wii. I didn't want to brick it.
Fair.
So I just went to a game shop, and bought a cheap Wii, bought an SD card, and I got, I don't remember the name of it. It was some really scuffed like NTSC version of the game. Like it is like an emulated NTSC version that you just haven't heard of. And I played that on a GameCube controller.
Mhm.
So far I've been on the Wii Pro controller that you connect to your Wii remote, and a GameCube controller. And then from that scuffed NTSC thing, I think I went from that to emulator, just Project 64, for which I have been using a PS4 controller, and that has been the one that I've used since I started streaming until I stopped playing in March. So, so the majority of my Mario career has been spent on a PS4 controller.
Yeah, okay. You had a nice long one as well, because you mentioned that you were kind of looking into speedrunning around 2013. Now it's 2022, and you only stopped playing Mario in March. That's a very, very long journey. Was it originally Mario 64 speedrunning that got you to start streaming, or were you streaming other stuff before you started speedrunning Mario?
Mario was my first stream.
Okay. And how was your venture into streaming? Because we heard a little bit about your kind of venture into speedrunning. Brother introduced you. You had a few influences here and there, Siglemic, Punkation, Narcissa Wright as well. Once you got into the streaming kind of world, did you have expectations for how it would be versus how it ended up being? What was it like to kind of enter that space?
I just felt like I was just doing something I was enjoying, because back then I was enjoying it. But yeah, I basically, like, towards the end of 2016, I was working at Amazon, and I was working the night shift, 60 hours a week. It was miserable, but I was earning money.
Holy moly! Did you say 60?
60 hours a week, yeah. It was 6 shifts a week, 10-hour nights. And I was making money, and
Jesus.
I used that money to buy my first PC. So I bought my first PC, my monitors that I'm still using today, my keyboard that I only replaced like a few weeks ago because I spilled my drink on it, and my mouse, which I still use today.
Nice.
So all of that, the monitors, the mouse, the keyboard, the PC, came to like £950.
Okay.
And that got me the equipment to stream. So I got Project 64. I got sorted with like the control maps and stuff to have my PS4 controller maps. And yeah, I just got started with streaming. Initially, no mic, no cam, no nothing. It was just a hideous split layout and the game.
I think I've actually seen the split layout. This is the red and blue, right? Am I remembering this correctly?
Yes. And I have I went back and found my first Twitch clip.
Your first Twitch clip ever?
My first one. This wasn't from my first stream, but this was a stream that I had where I did have a mic on. So I
Okay,
will send this to you. Or should
please
I?
do.
Should I share it in the call?
Oh,
And you
if you want to,
capture the Discord?
I can do that. I can open up your screen share, and I can have a look at that if you'd like. Because that way I can give you full control over what you want to share, and then I don't have to like reshare it. This will be easy.
Hmm.
Let me pop you out over here. Boom. And then I'll switch over so that we can watch it once you share it. Because it'll be cool to look back. So this will be, is this going to be 2016, I'm guessing, or 2015?
Not quite that early. It is the 24th of January 2017.
Oh my god, almost. January 2017. That is a while back.
Yeah.
It's going to be a classic review. That's over 5 years ago now, which is weird to think.
Yeah. So I will...
So we get an exclusive little peek behind here. Alright, let me pop you on. Let me turn the volume on. Let me switch to this layout over here. Okay. Goomba.
Yeah.
6 years ago.
We have this hideous... That I gotta say, making this layout for the splits took way too much time to look this fucking terrible.
To be fair though, it is it's really easy to distinguish each split from every other because it's so vibrant. So
Yeah.
you've got that at least going for you.
I had to go through each individual split and make it the same color across all of them, including like the previous segment, best personal best stuff, all this. I had to go into each individual tab and make each one a different color.
Oh my goodness, Ruby. But hey, look, you put in the effort. Let's now. Okay, I'm ready to watch the clip. I don't think I have audio.
Do you know?
I don't think so. Oh, you might want to share a window instead of share screen. Oh my, the red and blue.
Yeah. So this is me, by the way, age 18.
18. Okay.
Also, something to note, I believe this was a time when I was using an integrated mic on a PS4 headset. That's another thing, is I went through a few different mics as well.
Yeah.
So it's just, your typical shitty gameplay for a 1946 player.
Oh my god.
That's it. That is my first. That is my first clip.
That's actually pretty good.
On Twitch.
That is a. I've been hit by that Goomba before. Those Goombas, man, they're always out for blood. I think because there's like this very slight slope when you like jump onto that platform. So when you get knocked, it just sends you like way further than it feels like it should.
Yeah. It just gives you an additional like backwards momentum that is just
sends you off.
Yeah. I don't remember exactly when this was. It says 6 years ago. That's a fucking lie. But yeah, again, around about 5 years ago, I had a 5950 back then. So yeah, I haven't improved quickly at all. But this was a pretty funny clip where, well, I'll just let you have a look.
Listen. Alright, into TTC. Final stage.
You could hear my disappointment there because I accidentally entered in time moving.
Oh my goodness, okay.
What? What just happened?
The
I
Ruby
just cooked our bounce. The fuck?
That's a good reaction as well. I've never seen that before, I don't think.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Again, this is me age 18 on a shitty PS4 integrated headset mic.
I can kind of tell it's like halfway. Like you have a really nice mic right now, and this mic that
Yeah.
you're using in this clip is kind of like halfway in between your current mic, which is kind of nice, and halfway in between like a McDonald's drive-thru or something. It's
Yeah.
a nice middle ground. Wow. Okay, the 5950.
Yeah. Funny thing about that 5950 as well is that was my first sub-hour time.
Oh, okay.
Um, my journey to sub 1 hour, I had a huge mental block.
Yeah.
I had a PB that was 1 hour and 29 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
My next PB was an hour and 27 seconds. The following PB was an hour and 25.
Oh my god, the two-second improvements in a row.
And then on that 5950, I was in Sky, best possible time, 58:30.
Holy moly.
I lost a minute and 20 seconds in Sky.
What happened in Sky?
Misfroze, I think.
Oh no.
Falling down, missed froze. Yeah, it was a mess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was not good.
Yeah, it's always hard to like, especially when you're so far ahead. Sometimes it's hard to like keep your nerves under control. And the Bowser fight, I swear, on like the runs where it really doesn't matter, it goes perfectly. And then like really good runs, you just end up missing in like the silliest ways. I wanted to about your Mario sort of speedrunning. This is what got you into streaming. You started doing this. Seems like you have a lot of positive things to say about how you kind of got into streaming, that sort of thing. Now, I know you mentioned that you kind of stopped streaming it, and I've even heard you mention that you've kind of, you liked it a lot at the beginning. What was it that you liked most about Mario at the very beginning? Because you did speedrun it as I think your only speed game for quite a long time, and you did speedrun it for a good few years. So I'm guessing that you must have really, really loved the game when you started. What was it that appealed to you so much about Mario 64 after you had tried it, after you had learned it?
I just loved seeing that improvement. I just enjoyed seeing that time come down, and like I could literally PB a few times in a day, just constantly lowering the time, and it just felt satisfying to be constantly one-upping myself, and eventually that has to end because you can't keep doing that forever. But I will say that it isn't the only. Even at this time, like I had done another speed game before streaming, and that was Super Mario Galaxy.
Oh, Super Mario Galaxy. Okay, tell me about that.
Yes. So 2015. From 2014 to 2015, I had only speedrun Mario 64. And I believe this was I picked up Mario Galaxy in that time when I was taking a break from Mario 64, like from leaving PAL, going to NTSC. I believe in that 6-month break is when I learned Mario Galaxy. And I was actually learning that with a good friend of mine from Twitch called Skyward Sam. He doesn't stream anymore, but he was the first, like, he was essentially the first friend that I made through Twitch. And we're still friends today. We still talk.
Oh, that's cool.
And he actually now has a daughter, which is really nice.
How time flies.
Yeah. So that is really nice. So we're still in contact. Like, it's been what, 7 years?
Yeah, sure it has. Yeah, it's been a long time. 2015 was a while back now. Even though it kind of doesn't really feel like it's been that much time since then, but it's wild to kind of think back.
Yeah, we've been friends for around about 7 years, and in 2016, we it would have been about January, I think. We decided we wanted to learn a new game, so we both picked up Mario Galaxy, and we were learning it together, helping each other learn it, and like we got to a point where like we were maybe around about an hour of the way into the run, and we would do like races up to that point, and we like race that first section. Once we were satisfied with that, we went and learned the rest of the game. And once we had learned the whole game, we started like racing each other in that. He had the upper hand. Like, I don't think I ever beat him, honestly. But yeah, I remember. I think his best time was 3 hours and 8 minutes. So this was any percent as Mario. So Mario is slower than Luigi for Mario Galaxy by, I want to say like playing as Luigi skips the opening, like the entire opening basically, which is about 8 minutes.
Jeez, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so Luigi runs, like if you ever see like a 602, they will always play as Luigi, the top runners, because it's just so much faster.
Yeah, that's a big time difference.
Yeah, but there are separate leaderboards for Mario and Luigi runs. So he had a 3 hour 8 minute time. My best time was 3 hours 18. And at the time, at the time, I think he was around about like 51st, like somewhere around there, and I was like 67, 68th. Nowadays I'm like maybe about 150th, I don't know.
Yeah, the speedrunning has expanded in the last few years a lot. There's been a lot more people now in it.
Yeah, and I mean it's been 6 years since I last got a PB in that game, so
yeah, also fair.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember like the time frame from when I learned other games as well, because I have run quite a few games, but I've only ever streamed. Now, this might actually get you. I have streamed 2 speed games.
You streamed 2. Well, okay, I know for a fact that you have streamed Mario 64 because we just watched some clips about it.
Yes, yeah, that's some spot-on deduction skills.
The other game.
But,
now I'm guessing it's not Mario Galaxy, because Mario Galaxy you said you were doing before streaming, or did you stream that as well once you had started streaming?
I did that before streaming. I never had a capture card, so I couldn't.
Fair.
I was actually initially wanting to learn the 246, which is the baby 602. I knew 70 Star. I knew Mario Sunshine any percent, and I knew Mario Galaxy any percent. The only one I was missing was Mario Galaxy 2, which I still to this day have never played. So, kind of a big gap in knowledge there.
Fair, yeah.
But like for a while, I was wanting to get a capture card so that I could do that and could do a full 247.
Okay, yeah.
But that never happened, obviously.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, the other game that I actually do have a video as well of my PB. Is Super Mario World.
Super Mario World? I would not have guessed. You threw me a curveball there, because I was thinking to myself, okay, maybe it was Super Mario Sunshine, because you have mentioned that you've done runs of that, and I haven't asked you about that yet. But you did a speedrun of Super Mario World? That I did not know.
I believe I only finished a few runs. Maybe even just like 2 runs or something. Or was it 1? I don't know. It was kind of it was pretty tough. But I did an 11 exit run. And I do have that video on my YouTube unlisted.
Oh, okay. As like your PB.
Yeah. The thing is there is no game audio.
Oh, okay. Is it verified on speedrun.com?
I don't believe it is.
Okay.
I don't remember if I uploaded it. But yeah, I've always, it's not good. It's like 17 minutes, 14 seconds.
Fair enough, but hey, I mean, the fact that you've done a run of it is pretty nice, though. Because I was surprised. I
Yeah,
didn't know that you streamed another game like that.
yeah. And the thing is, as well, is the emulator we were using, 'cause this is another one that I was learning with my brother. The emulator we were using had stupid input lag. The input lag was that bad
Mm-hmm.
that my brother, instead of playing on the NTSC emulator,
Mm-hmm.
he decided to get his SNES, his PAL SNES, and play on that. And
Oh
he
my
got
god!
a better
Just because of the input lag.
just because of the input lag. He won, like he was playing on a CRT and everything,
Mm-hmm.
but with a PAL console and a PAL game.
Yeah.
And I think he managed like 10 minutes on that.
Damn. Okay. Fair enough. Wow. Yeah, that must be really bad for you to want to play on the PAL version, or for your brothers to want to play on the PAL version over the NTSC emulator. That's gonna be really bad input delay.
It was awful.
I can only imagine. But okay. In that case, what are like your total list of games that you've run? Because now I know that you've done Super Mario Galaxy, you've done Mario 64, you've done Odyssey. Sorry, not Odyssey. You've done
I have
Super
done
Mario World.
Odyssey.
You have done Odyssey.
I have done 2 runs of Odyssey.
2 runs of Odyssey. Okay. But okay, give me the rundown. What have you done? Give me your speedrunning repertoire, your resume.
So obviously Mario 64.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm known for. Mario Sunshine, Mario Galaxy, Mario World, and Odyssey. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the Mario collection. But I have also done Pokemon Fire Red
Oh, okay.
and Zelda: A Link to the Past.
Oh, okay. That's a good selection of games.
And the thing is with A Link to the Past is I did technically 2 categories.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was just to get to the Master Sword.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty much glitchless.
Mm-hmm.
And it was literally just go through the first 3 dungeons and get to the Master Sword.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 30 minutes.
Yeah. That's a
the
classic
other
category.
one-
I see that in like a few Zelda games. They have like a category for like Get Master Sword.
Yeah. The other one was just straight up any percent.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this included Out of Bounds.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you don't know how A Link to the Past works,
Mm-hmm.
every screen in the entire game, every loading zone, everything is on the same plane. If you get out of bounds, you can literally walk to the credits. And that is what you do. You do a simple like activation glitch. You basically, all you need to do is go into the castle, which is what you do at the start of the game. You get your sword from your uncle in the sewer. You go into the castle and you jump off a ledge, and while you're in the air, pause the game, save and quit, and then enter the save file again. You will spawn back where your uncle is, and from that point you cannot take any damage, because you need to take damage at a certain point. Because
Interesting. Okay.
when you took damage in that state, you had, I guess, more invincibility frames. I think I don't remember the technicality, but basically, you were able to get hit at a certain spot and walk out of the boundaries of the screen, and then you can literally, like, you can see, like, if you're walking along the bottom of the screen of like the room that you're in, you can see Link's head just bobbing up and down. So you literally, you go up through the wall, you walk to the right, staying on that same screen, and then hold up. Literally just hold up the entire time. You will walk through all these different rooms, through rooms that aren't loaded because they're not supposed to be. And you walk past Ganon. Like the final Ganon fight, you walk past him out of bounds and into the credits.
How long is the category? It's gonna be pretty short then, right?
3 minutes.
3 minutes long? Oh my goodness.
That's 3 minutes with the easiest route.
Wow, okay. How much faster is world record?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. That's a lot because that's a 50% reduction.
Yeah. It's 2 minutes faster.
Oh, it's 2 minutes faster. What?
I believe the world record is around about 1 minute and 40.
That is pretty nuts. So what got you to run like these other games? Because I know I kind of understand why you picked up. We've got a bit of why you picked up Galaxy, why you picked up Mario 64. But what got you into these other games? Was it just a case of like, oh, I saw this game, looked interesting, gave it a try?
Well, A Link to the Past again was my brother. A lot of it was my brother. Sunshine, I believe, was also Skyward Sam. And Fire Red was actually my own. Because I found, well, it was again my brother that introduced me to Pokemon speedrunning with Worcester.
Oh yeah,
And
legend.
if you know Worcester, he is fucking insane. Like he holds, I think he holds the most Pokemon world records. Like,
oh yeah, by far.
I'm sure there have been times where he has held upwards of 80 world records or some shit. Like he does so many categories, so many games, and he's just great at all of them because it's Pokemon knowledge. The actual gameplay isn't the hard part. It's knowing just the routing, knowing the IVs and basically having to. A lot of it is RNG because it's Pokemon, and damage rolls can screw you over, crits, paralysis, or stats, whatever. It can all just fuck with everything, which is kind of why I didn't run it for very long. In my PB in Pokemon Fire Red, I lose 13 minutes.
13 minutes?
Because I died to Lance.
Oh my goodness, okay, yeah.
So I ended up having to redo the Elite Four from the beginning without the X items because I couldn't afford to replace them. Because the money was so tight in that as well.
Oh my goodness. I guess it would be, if you're routing like that. With that, you weren't streaming these other games, were you? Because you mentioned you were basically only streaming Super Mario 64 minus your Super Mario World run, if that's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess
I don't even think I actually streamed the Mario World run. I think I just recorded it on OBS.
Wow. So you were solely a Mario 64 streamer for most of your streaming career. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Take me through that a little bit. Walk me through, because you were even when I met you for the longest time, you were the Mario 64 guy. I feel like for the longest time, people in the streaming community, people who knew you, who were popping in the streams, people in other streams who knew you as well, they were like, yeah, RWBYSorry, he plays Mario. That's what people knew you as. So, take me through that journey, because you were doing that for a real long time, and from what I understand, that journey has, that chapter of your streaming career has kind of been written. It's come to a close almost, you could say.
Yeah.
So, kind of looking back on it now, give me the highlights, the lowlights, the stuff that you loved, the good memories, and the bad, I want to hear it all.
Yeah. I will say, I just need to take a very quick break because I am dying for a piss.
Okay, go for it.
I'll be right back.
All good. Hello everybody, I hope you're all doing well. Pure Heart, Pegomaster, Oncoming Storm, Nude, Meta, I hope you're all doing fabulously. Welcome. How are you still above 80 hours? You are longer than when you were... You are longer than you were when I subbed. Yeah, more subs were gifted and now we're streaming even longer. But we've got a cool little bit of content. We're doing a nice little RWBYSorry interview. We're getting to know the man, the myth, the legend behind the voice a little bit, which I think is gonna be fun. I was gonna originally do this tomorrow, I think in Ruby's time, or I guess it's technically still the right day because I think it's like 4 a.m. for him now. Basically, it might even be 4:30 a.m. But I wanted to kind of get a little interview in. I mentioned it to Ruby, and I think he liked the idea, so kind of curious to learn a little bit. So I hope you guys are enjoying this chill little interview. I've got a little bit of jazz playing, and it's about to run out, so I'm going to restart the jazz from the very beginning. But I hope you're all having a chill, lovely little evening. I feel like it's a nice little stream to just rest, chill, relax, maybe even fall asleep too. I'll have to make sure that I go back through the Subathon and actually highlight out all the sections that I think are like fun little sections to highlight out, because there's a lot of like little, you know, things that we've done, a lot of little arcs so far already, and who knows how much more there's going to be, so I'm going to have to go back and make sure everything gets actually captured. Bam. We'll be live for a whole hell of a lot longer, so you can bet your bottom dollar that we're going to be streaming with some fun content.
That you can.
Ruby, welcome back.
Hello.
Hello. So, it's good to have you back. Are you ready for more probing?
Yeah.
Alright. So, guide me through. You're a Mario 64 streamer. I want to hear about your Mario 64 journey. I want to hear the good, the bad, and the ugly. Alright? Tell me everything from your highlights, from the lowlights, beginning to end. Like a retrospective, if you will. A retrospective on your Mario career as a whole.
Well, seeing as, you know, I did make a list of clips.
Mm-hmm.
There is this one clip from, and this is, it holds a dear place in my heart.
Yeah, okay, I'll switch over. Let's see this clip.
This is a clip from the first tournament I ever joined. And I'm sure you've seen this clip, Marinade, because I'm pretty sure I've sent it to you at some point.
I think you might have. This layout looks extremely familiar.
Yeah. So this is the first tournament I ever joined.
Mm-hmm.
It ran from the beginning of December 2017 into January 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So, the funny thing about this tournament is I was seated at, like, I was basically in the bottom half of my group. There were 4 people per group. The people in my group, there was one guy with like a 1 hour 13, well, like 1 hour 11. At the time, my PB was 57 minutes. There's another guy whose PB was about 54 minutes. And then the top seed, who, by the way, at this time, this guy was 10th place in the world.
Oh my god, okay.
With a 48-10.
Oh my god. That's a pretty big jump. The 54.
It is, yeah. But it was like, yeah, it was 48, 54, 57, 111. It was a wide variety.
That's a big range.
But yeah, this was I actually made it out of my group as the top seed.
Ooh.
Because the guy with the 54, he had a bad run. The day of my race against him, I got a PB.
Oh, nice.
So I had a 57. I got a 56. In my race with him, I got another 56, a slower one. But I got 2 56. I had a 57 going into it, and I came out with 256s.
Holy moly, putting the pressure on.
So I was immediately feeling good
Mhm.
because the other guy in our group was so far behind me that I thought, I qualify. I'm going to be second in the group.
Mhm.
Come to the day where I was meant to race him,
Mhm.
and my PC died.
Oh no.
I had to get on my phone on Discord,
Mhm.
contact the organizers and stuff. I'm like, I'm really sorry. I can't make it. My PC is not working.
Mhm.
I only got my PC fixed like 3 weeks later.
Oh my god, okay.
And by which point, the guy I was meant to race drops out.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm automatically through. But the guy with the 48, he also drops out
Oh, wow, okay.
because of like scheduling, because he was a Japanese runner. It was difficult with time zones and stuff.
Okay, fair.
So because of that, I came out as the top seed and came up against Steve M, or Steve Massey, as you may know him. So this was the knockout match, which I lost, naturally, because he had like a 52 and I had a 56. But for me, this is a highlight of my Mario career because the reaction from the commentators, and you know the way I used to do Christmas Miracle with the elevator clip.
Yeah.
Listen to these guys.
Let's hear
He's
it.
going for Christmas Miracle.
Nope,
Maybe?
He's
Nope.
gonna do the dinosaur star, the Lapras star.
Dinosaur, yep. Oh, wait.
Oh wait,
He's
what?
going this way.
Oh! Imagine that would have. It worked. What? I didn't know you could do that.
Sorry, just teaching the commentators new things here.
That was nuts.
Commentators are learning by this Emmy player.
God.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
I am going to try that next time I get a chance.
I've never seen that ever. Ew,
Looks like
That's a golden reaction. Oh my god. That perfectly puts into words how I felt when I saw you do that for the first time as well.
I just love the duality of it as well. It's like you've got Widget, who is incomprehensible, just fucking freaking out, and then Kobe is just like, the commentators are learning by this MU player.
I like how you had him a little bit like they were like, okay, well, it's a Christmas Miracle. Oh wait, maybe not. And then you like took a turn and you're like, oh wait, what?
Imagine if that worked. It worked. Yeah, that was fantastic, and I still go back to that sometimes. Like, it's one of those where like I know where I can find it because I posted it in my Discord. I literally just need to scroll to the top of my clips channel, go down a few, and I'm there.
Yeah, that's a good
So
clip. I love that
something-
clip.
It's something that I can revisit, and it's good.
Okay,
I
yeah,
like
that's good.
it.
That's a really nice impression to make.
And I actually sometimes go and talk to Cobra, and he still remembers that as well, which is really nice.
That's cool. That's cool.
And speaking of Cobra, I made my way into a number of his yearly highlights. I made my way into the 2018, 2019, and 2020 highlights.
I think I remember all of these actually because I've been like I binged through all of them I think at some point, and I remember seeing you here and there. I was like, ooh, it's Ruby.
I have also been in one or two of the monthly ones, but I didn't find those.
Yeah, there's too many. There's like almost 70 of those I think now. So there's a heap. Cobra's been on the grind, like, pumping those videos out.
Yep. Yeah, that was one of the highlights.
That's a pretty high highlight. That's a really good one. I like that a lot as well. It's a really, it gets you like that. It's a good fun one.
Yeah. Another one of my highlights. So was I believe it was the beginning of. I want to say it was the beginning of 2018, or maybe 2019. Basically, I coming towards the end of the year, December, I got raided by, I want to say, Heisenberger.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like a few raids where like one was by Gabby, she's a partnered like streamer, she variety and all that. But I was a subscriber, so being a subscriber, I was part of her stream team.
Oh, nice,
And-
nice.
And she would host people on her stream team.
Oh, that's cool.
So I remember getting a host from her of 184 viewers.
It's big.
And I got a host from, or it was either a host or a raid from Heisenberger, like a few days after, of like 70 or 80 viewers.
Some big
And
ones.
then in the start of January of 20, I think it was 2019 maybe. I was streaming every day for like a week, and I was PBing every 2 days
Holy moly.
in 120 star as well.
Mm-hmm.
It was in 120 star. I was PBing every 2 days by a minute.
Jeez.
Like I went from 157 to 156 to 155 in the space of about 6 days.
Holy moly.
And in that time, I was averaging 15 viewers, peaking in the low 30s without raids, without hosts.
Damn, okay. That's
Like,
really good.
Yeah, like I remember in that time thinking, I'm making it. Like, this is where I take off. Of course, that didn't end up coming to fruition, but I digress. You know, it was fun while it lasted. But yeah, that was just a nice period there of just me having a small hint of success.
Oh, that's fun. It's always fun to get a little bit of momentum and traction and to have like a lot of eyes on you. It's you get like there's a rush that you experience that's not really comparable to other things.
Yeah. Speaking of those hosts and raids, though, there was this. So this is me coming to the end of a run. It was PB pace and HMC, lost it in Tippy, typical stuff. I was in a call with, I want to say, Zine.
Oh, okay.
And this was when Zine was still, like, not the fucking, like, brilliant player he is now. Because, 3 years ago. But I was literally, he had just joined the call, we were going to do, like, a race or whatever. And I was just going over the splits.
Lost almost a minute in Rainbow Ride. Lost almost a minute in TTC. And lost another 25 in Sky.
What's your PB?
52-26. What?
Oh my goodness.
Gabby, thank you for the host of 929 viewers.
Bruh.
What? Oh my god. What the? We had a little front page today. God damn.
Holy moly. Oh, I love your reactions to things. You have good reactions. I like it. The complete caught completely off guard.
And I'm sure it will come to no surprise that size host has never been beaten.
That is to be fair a big one. 929 is a huge host. Holy moly!
Yeah.
And this is the same guy you mentioned before, right?
Yes.
Dang. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. it was pretty great. I didn't really know what to do with myself after that.
Yeah.
all I knew is that I had to keep on streaming.
Yeah, after that, yeah, that has the pressure. It's like, well, now all these people are here. Guess I gotta keep doing some stuff for a little while longer.
Yeah.
Mm.
Good times.
Yeah, there's some fun stuff. It's good to. It's good when you're like. I think one thing that's nice is it's kind of sort of what you were touching on a little bit, which I think is sort of true that I find, is that I think it's nice to be part of like communities on Twitch. I think that's what makes it really like an enjoyable experience when you're part of somebody else's community, or you have people that you're talking with, that sort of thing, contacts that you have. I think that's really nice. It's always good to be like making friends with people on Twitch, the human side of it, outside of just the grind of the stream. There's a lot of value to be found there, I think. And it sounds like you had a lot of it as well.
Yeah. But seeing as we're still on the sort of train of highlights, low points, and all that, I once again, it's another now unlisted video, but this kind of gives you an idea of how long I was kind of forcing myself to carry on with Mario. Because I posted a video in September 2019 announcing that I was quitting.
Wow, okay.
And that quitting lasted about 5 months.
Okay. That at that point was your second longest break from the game, is that right?
Yes. My longest being the one between PAL and NTSC switching.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, that was around about 5 months that I was gone. And my main issue was always, what can I do other than Mario? Like, I didn't have the ideas. I didn't have the, like, obviously the community I had built up was all around speedrunning and Mario. So I felt like I couldn't branch out because I felt like I was going to lose the community that I had. So I just kept on being brought back to Mario eventually. Obviously now at this point, the community that we all have together is a lot more broad, and like I feel a sense now that it is more catered around us as individuals rather than our game, our like our content. It is more personal,
For sure.
which I do obviously appreciate, because it's my people are here to see me, and that makes me happy. So yeah, I do like now I've been streaming like variety since March, and haven't other than that one race I did with you, I have not touched Mario since.
That race that you, I think, absolutely destroyed me. The race for charity was for a good cause.
It was, yeah.
But yeah, so now that you've made your transition, because I guess it was, from the way you make it sound, well, actually, before we actually completely jump back onto it, the quitting in 2019, that memory that you had, were you quitting because, I guess at that point you were saying you had already, you've been forcing yourself to play the game, is how you phrased it, I think.
Yeah.
Is it because you felt trapped as a streamer, like you said, that you had to keep playing it in order to keep your viewership and that sort of thing, that you kept pushing yourself to keep playing it, even past the point of really enjoying it or getting much gratification out of PBing and that sort of thing? When you actually did quit in 2019, what did you do from that point up till your return back to Mario? What brought you back?
I think the thing that brought me back was just wanting to have a consistent stream game. Because I didn't have like now I have people around me where I can be like, hey, do you want to play this game? And we can go and play that game, and we can stream it and do whatever. Back then I didn't have that, so
Mhm.
I wasn't really streaming much.
Okay.
And obviously, I wanted to stream. I wanted to keep on, doing stuff. So I was still kind of involved. I was,
Mhm.
I would go into like speedrunners chats, helping them and stuff. Yeah, I mean, you know all too well that I just loved helping people
Mhm.
with strats, learning whatever, and yeah, I just couldn't really keep away from it. Like it really was just kind of like a trap that was just holding me,
Mhm.
like anchoring me down to Mario. Um, and
Mhm.
yeah, like I at that time I posted that video.
Mhm.
I would go live. I would do a full stream, or sometimes not even that, like an hour,
Mhm.
and I wasn't enjoying it.
Mhm.
I wasn't happy. I wasn't getting anything out of it. I wasn't improving,
Mhm.
and I just wanted to stop.
Mhm.
And then, of course, like it was always something like I would see a tournament, or I would be watching people play and seeing them improve, and think, I have more potential in me.
Mhm.
And then I would start practicing again, and I'd realize, oh, I haven't rusted that much. I can get back into this.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, because there would be times when I would take those breaks. I would be gone for 3 months, come back and PB in a couple of days.
Wow. Okay. I mean, to be fair, even when you raced me, you were still on it. You were zooming. Your consistency has like always been like one of the things that I've always been the most impressed by.
Yeah, and well, to talk about consistency, that's kind of the thing that held me back from becoming better than I could have been,
Mhm.
because like I feel like I made the best of mediocre strats.
Mhm.
You don't see me doing anything wild. Like Pillarless was probably the craziest thing I did,
Mhm.
and I did the most basic version of it.
Mhm.
And speaking of Pillarless,
Mhm.
I do have my first successful Pillarless
Do
in a
you?
clip,
Oh wait, that's actually exciting. Okay.
and it's doubly exciting for anyone in chat that don't know what I look like.
The Ruby reveal.
Well, this is the Ruby reveal from 2018.
Oh, okay. This is...
So this is baby-faced
Oh
Ruby.
my god, the man himself.
Baby-faced Ruby at 19.
Damn. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was 19 here. Yeah.
Hmm.
And I was practicing with save states, so
Mhm.
there was no. I was using like the built-in emulator save states.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I did it.
Let's go. From the sheer concentration to the celebration.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that's a good feeling.
I do actually have another clip here as well
Hmm.
of Pillarless. This is from only last year.
Oh, okay. Much more recent.
Much more recent. This is when I had a 5139.
Hmm.
But watch carefully. You know the jump to get onto the pyramid? Well, watch that carefully.
Wait, what?
Okay, I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I didn't know that you could single jump
did
ground
a
pound
single
and
jump.
still make it.
Hmm.
Holy moly! Wow. Okay, you're the king of alternate strats as well. I think.
Yeah, I'm weird.
Holy moly! Okay, wow. I did not know you could do that. I've learned something new. I thought you had to double jump. I even do a safety ground pound just to make sure, like, okay, I can't change my angle when I land or anything like that after I do double jump. Damn. Okay. I did not know that. Wow. All right. Even like Ruby said in the clip, I don't think I've seen that either. Oh my goodness. Oh,
Meta these days, I have a little bit of scruff. I don't have a full on beard.
yeah. Well, let's go.
I can't grow a full beard. I mean, Baron Ed knows. He's seen it.
I've seen it. I like your facial hair there. I think you look lovely, Ruby.
Thank you.
In my personal and hardly completely unbiased opinion.
Of course.
I think I think I can grow a beard, but I wish I didn't have facial hair, dude. It's so annoying. But at the same time, I don't think. Mhm.
It's funny because I'm kind of the opposite. Like I don't like being clean shaven.
Oh, really?
It's like I can't grow a proper beard, but I don't like the feel of just smooth skin.
Really?
Yeah.
Any reason why, or is it just personal preference?
I just I don't know. I feel like
Mm.
I feel like I need at least something there. Because
Okay, fair.
okay, this is gonna sound weird.
Mm.
I don't like my chin.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like I feel like it juts out too much. Like it's
Really? Okay.
it feels kind of like bulbous in a way. Like it's just, why are you so big? So I just have some hair on it. Maybe it'll make it blend in. I don't know. Just
Interesting. Okay.
have something.
This is the real deep dive in this interview. Okay, note that down.
Also, yeah, I like stroking the beard.
Yeah. Yeah, true. That is a big benefit of having a beard. I always thought that if I had like a mustache or something, it'd be fun to twirl it, but
Yeah.
I'm like the opposite. I have like a problem with like hair in general. Not on other people. It's like, you know, I think beards look super sick. But I like shave my face every 2 days. I even shave my whole body usually when it's like summertime because I don't like my own body hair. It's just I like being smooth like a seal. But it's like the
Oh, mate, if you saw my legs, then fucking hell, it's like a jungle down there.
extra set of thermals underneath the pants. I feel it. You know, it's good. It's good for insulation. But okay, so you went through a lot of Mario. You did a whole lot of stuff. Do you have any other Mario clips that you want to show off?
I do have a few. Let's see.
Because following this, I have some questions I want to ask that are like outside of the Mario scope of things. So I don't want to miss anything if you've got a few like little bits and bobs that you want to show off that maybe contextually haven't fit into any of the conversations we've had so far.
Yeah, I didn't actually take any clips from other games I'd streamed.
Oh, okay.
But for the most part, they're not that exciting. But I guess I could show the Cobra highlight ones.
Let's see. These ones are super fun. I really love these ones.
These
I know what this is. I know exactly what this is.
Yeah. These are some of my highest viewed clips. So this one, 199 views. The Speed Gaming one had 230 something, but this is the highest viewed clip on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
So this was in the 2018 yearly highlight.
Mm-hmm.
And this was a no mic. I believe I was doing this in preparation for Simply's 16-star tournament, which is why you see the 17 and 18x. Yeah. So I had a very slight angle because, of course, playing on PS4 controller,
Yeah.
you don't have notches. So I had a very slight angle. So when I went for the dive jump, I wasn't facing the pole exactly. Like you can even see like Mario's nose is slightly tilted towards the camera, and I miss it by inches.
Yeah, that
Miss it by inches.
That's
Bonk on
so
the smallest piece, and then falls through the gap opening.
That really is that really is a VC miss, or sorry, an emulator miss. That's exactly what you're talking about. Like the not having the notches thing, having that tiny
Yeah.
slight angle and just barely shifting Mario over it. That's like it's not even visible to see, unless
Yeah.
you're like really paying attention when you're like analyzing the clip. Oh my goodness.
And look at that best possible time too, 17:31.
God damn.
I want to say my PB. I don't know if I had the 16 yet,
Mm.
but it was around about that sort of time when I got it.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember if I just had a low 17
Mhm.
and was like trying to get 17s and 18s for consistency, or if it was I had a 16:54 and was just trying to get consistent, decent times.
I get you. Okay.
I also find it funny that we have a sort of evolution in a way
Mhm.
through these Cobra clips, because
Mhm.
2018 I was using no mic, no cam.
Mhm.
2019 I'm using mic. So I was, making my way through 100 coins. Whoops.
Whoops. Whoops. Whoops. Whoops. Shit. Well, that escalated quickly.
Oh my god. The classic TikTok when one thing goes wrong and this domino effect of like things happening ends up flinging you all the way down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but basically in that one, I was, I mean, the run was already dead.
Mhm.
But my logic though was because I that one stray coin
Mhm.
was a little bit further away. I knew I wasn't going to be able to grab it until the triple jump,
Mhm.
and I didn't think I was going to have that much momentum. So I was going to go for the dive and then roll out on the platform,
Mhm.
and then just do like a side flip dive up to the end of the stage.
Mhm.
But then had more momentum than I thought, did the rollout and fell. And that clip, you know how
Mhm.
some people do reactions to to these
Oh yeah, like something
Cobra
Simply
videos.
or Cheese or whoever like watch it on the stream and stuff. Yeah, I know what you
Yeah.
mean.
Well, Cheese has his videos, like his reactions to these edited down.
Mhm.
This one made it.
Ooh.
This made the cut. Cheese commented on it.
Oh, let's
Um,
go on YouTube.
I mean, yeah.
Oh wait, what? Really? Let's
I mean,
go.
the only thing he said was, "Why did you roll out?" Yeah. You know. And then finally, this is 2020, so a little bit more recent than the 2018 clip that I showed. But as I said, the 2018, no mic, no cam. 2019, no cam. 2020.
The cam.
Now, I do realize as well that I made a mistake with this, because I say nice thirsty. That was not a thirsty. I just was annoyed.
Nice. Oh. Oh.
Wow. I was not expecting that.
This also made it into Cheese's YouTube video when he reacted to it.
Oh my god.
And you know when he does that laugh where it's just like really high pitched,
Oh,
just like
I can't do an
yeah.
impression of it, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it was like that.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see. Do y'all remember Glad Jonas?
Yeah, what happened to Glad Jonas? Did it disappear?
I don't know, but this clip made it onto Glad Jonas's video.
Let's go.
Dude, I better make it. Wait for it.
Oh my goodness. Glad
Okay.
Jonas. 5 years ago. That timeline sounds about right.
This is a video of
Mm.
a rare walkout. So
He's dead.
I just said that. Yeah, the run's dead.
Mm.
You hear that a lot, of course.
Mm.
Literally, not even taking the time to mute the mic or anything, just gone.
Trying to get away from the game.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Let's see, what else have we got? We got this clip, which is. Do you remember Giratina Jumps, also known as Carlos?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, either way, he did this backup in TTC. I remember seeing it,
Mm-hmm.
and I made a similar mistake,
Mm-hmm.
and thought I just thought in that moment, I'm going to try and do that backup as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And here is that backup.
I have seen that backup. That's a crazy backup. That for anybody who's watching, by the way, who thinks that's like easy because it's like, oh, wall jump, wall jump. That is incredibly difficult. That jump. That's crazy.
And the thing is, as well, that the way I did it there was actually a little bit cleaner than the way Carlos did it as well.
Yeah, it looked pretty good. I was just like, yeah,
Yeah.
no sweat off Ruby's brow, just casually fucking making this sneaky jump back up there. Holy moly. That's a crazy backup. You have really good backups as well, I've noticed.
Yeah, comes with experience. This was just a funny, just funny. I don't know. So the boo is over on the side. I'm like, gotta go over there. Oh,
What the?
What? What the hell?
I don't know how that happened.
What the?
That's so weird. What the heck, man?
Spooky.
Not even the fact that he also spawned somewhere else. You also got down.
Yeah, I think I ground pounded earlier because I'm like, wait, what? Like, why? I was just freaked out by the boom moving.
Yeah.
I'm like, I went to ground pound, like, what? And then
It's
yeah.
like he respawned or something. That was absolutely fucking wacky. It's weird how many things this game shows that can still surprise you.
Yeah. This was just a funny little thing that happened while I was practicing.
About as you, mate.
So I'm just practicing shot clip at this point because I was having trouble with it. And so I entered the loading zone,
Nice.
hit the reset button, and the ocean's up there.
What?
So I reset again.
I think I broke it.
So basically,
Yeah, I'm the same boat as you, mate.
the way I understand it is I entered the loading zone at the same time as reloading the level.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing there was some kind of confusion with the game because it was thinking I was in the ship, but also not in the ship.
Yeah. Oh, maybe you hit it. Maybe you went into the loading zone and the game started loading stuff. And it had loaded okay, let's see, water level, load that in. And it was getting ready to load the stage, but you pressed the thing before, and so it was like, oh, never mind, reset back to JRB. And it only loaded that. Or something, maybe. I have no idea, but that's wacky.
Yeah. And I now got a couple of fun ones from the same 120-star run. And one of these clips I know for sure you have seen.
I think one of these is my favorite clip of yours, I think.
I think it is, yeah. But this one was on the carpet ride. So just spawn the start at the end of the underground, jump up, get it, nope. Okay. Carpet is still going. I need to get down as fast as possible. Oh god. Okay, 4 damage, no. Got it. Okay.
I can hear you sweating on the other side of the mic.
Yeah, but Just
Holy
look.
moly.
Look at this PB, 152.49.
Mm-hmm.
Best possible time, 150.57.
Sheesh.
With 3 stars in Rainbow Ride remaining.
Oh my god.
And then we come to
Yes,
this
my favorite
moment.
clip.
So bear in mind as well, we golded Rainbow Ride in that very same run.
Holy moly.
So we are on 150.52, best possible time.
Just zoom in.
Sky was clean. You look at the timer. You think the fight about 40 seconds, right? From entering the pipe to finish.
Pretty much.
I have time to get a 150.
You do.
Played it safe there. Missed by inches.
That might be it.
That might be it. You still PB'd though, right? If I remember this correctly.
By 23 seconds.
Oh my god. Which just goes to show how far ahead you were in this run. That you did all of Sky, barely fell off. And then still managed to PB by like almost half a minute. Holy moly. Oh. These near misses, Ruby, oh my goodness. But I love that clip. I love the title of the clip. Adequately summarizes that.
Yeah.
Oh.
I believe that is all of the clips that I prepared.
Wow. Thank you for sharing it. It's fun to like look back at all of these and kind of how to look at like these fun little like highlights and tidbits and kind of funny moments. I feel like I look back on the good times, you know. But with that Mario kind of put aside, you said as well that you basically finished doing Mario to any sort of serious degree back in March. Now, it's currently September that this interview is taking place. It's been a few months since then, about half a year basically has passed. But you haven't quit streaming. You've been streaming almost more than ever, I think, or you've been streaming a hell of a lot. Tell me what's been going on since March. Give me the current chapter.
I have been enjoying myself. I've been having fun with streaming again. Of course, I've been doing a lot of collaborations with you guys. We've had like the occasional Among Us, Sea of Thieves, Phasmophobia, just all sorts of multiplayer games. Just I've been saying yes to basically anything. It's like, oh, do you want to try this random indie game? Yes, I would. I do actually, seeing as we are getting onto that topic now of other stuff, there are some clips that I... There's actually, it's kind of funny, there's a clip of me yelling at Yumizu.
Oh yes, I know which one this is. Let's see it. This is when you and Yumizu were playing this multiplayer platformer game, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
Yumizu's laughing in chat. That's what it is.
Yeah. So we were playing a game called Bloody Trapland, which we haven't gone back and played yet. I don't know if we're going to. I know it was like it was me, Rai, Zephyr, and Yumi.
Oh, okay, all four.
And yeah, Yumi had invited us to play it. We had a lot of fun with it, but the game was getting pretty difficult to the point where, like, some people were not even attempting to beat the level because only one person needed to clear a screen. And usually that was me. Sometimes Yumizu as well, but Zephyr was struggling because, you know, disabilities and stuff. Rai was struggling because platformers, she didn't grow up playing them. But this is actually quite a funny one from Bloody Trapland.
I think I know. I think I know which one this is. This is a good clip.
It's
pop it on here.
I don't know if it's not the one where Yumi kills me.
Oh, okay, wait. Maybe I don't know this one then. This will be new to me.
Yeah. So this one we have
Mhm.
all of us start in this bottom right corner,
Mhm.
and of course, as we know from the clip where Yumi jumps on me, if you jump on someone's head and they are not crouched, you kill them. Which caused a lot of furious rages. But so we've got this springboard here to take you up here. There's a cannon here, which is that head height triggered by motion. So as soon as you move into its view, it fires. You've got another cannon on the left side, which goes for your legs. You've got this fist here, which is triggered by motion as well. If you get too close, it comes slamming down. These spikes as well, soul blade going up and down. It's tricky to navigate. And
What is going on with Yumi?
yeah, Yumi was having a bit
Is
of
anyone else seeing
a.
that?
What is going on?
Yumi's character was just sort of glitching out of it.
A little bit, yeah.
But the best part of this is the way that I managed to get my way through this screen without anyone noticing.
You're the one freaking out for me.
So there you go. I've just done it.
Again.
And then there's a bullet.
Oh.
Just dodged it.
Nice.
I don't know if you saw that.
I did.
I'll
Does
just
anyone else see it?
rewind it again because it was just so. Yeah.
What's happening?
Just casually making your way through while everybody's freaking out.
Why are you saying me? You're the one freaking out. You're the one freaking out for
These
me.
dodges. Whew.
I think you're high again.
That one over there.
Oh.
Nice.
No, I saw you like knew me. Oh my god.
Now Zephyr notices when I turn around.
Okay, I'm sorry. Right. Wait until Rise has her turn. Because. Wait, Ruby, you made it?
Yeah.
What?
It's funny as well though, Zeph. It's
Zeph.
It's funny as well though, because I made it. I was stood on the cannon, and last second realized there was a bullet coming for me. I had to duck down.
I like how you managed to do it so fast before anybody even realized that it had happened.
Yeah, because everyone else was just focused on the beginning. Like they were all just freaking out all of it.
Well, that's nice. I think one thing it's nice to kind of like have that almost as a bookend, because I remember earlier this interview you were talking about how like what initially kind of when you were trying to quit Mario in 2019 and what kind of drove you back is that you didn't think you could branch out into the sort of areas you wanted without like being able to keep the stream going kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I guess now it's good. It's it's nice to kind of look back from the point that you're at and be able to say that you're in a position where you kind of can do that now, and you do have this sort of support from all of us and all of our communities and everything like that, and we can do all these fun little collab events together. It's good to have you, Ruby, as a friend, as a fellow streamer. There's one I kind of feel that as well. One thing I kind of wanted to do for a long time was to be able to have like other streamer friends that I could kind of do stuff with and collaborate and that sort of thing. I think like 2 years ago or something, I started really trying to build some sort of strong friendships and encourage people to stream. And I feel like now it's kind of blossomed into this organic thing where everybody's motivated, everybody has their own communities, everybody's doing everything. You have your stuff going, everybody else has their stuff going. It's really nice to have this kind of communal overlap that we have, I think. It's kind of built up naturally over the last maybe year and a half or so, really. I think it's kind of blossomed into its current sort of state. I'm really excited to see where it's going to go.
Yeah, it's great as well because I like how we have that sort of community bond where we can all come together to support one person. For instance, Snuggly streams.
Mm-hmm.
The way that she actually came back to streaming was through my stream.
Oh.
She came into my chat one time when I was streaming Minecraft, and I saw her name and I was like, "Oh, do you stream?" And she said, I did, but I stopped because people were being mean. Like people were sort of like just making her feel really bad and stuff, and like she didn't like she wanted to stream, but also like she didn't like. Yeah, those people just left a bad impression on streaming.
Yeah, it's tough.
But I was like, well, I just went and like followed her channel, and I was like, I'm gonna follow you. So if you do ever want to come back to streaming, I'll be there. And I think Yumizu was in chat as well. I was like, I basically just said, hey, anyone in chat, go and follow Snuggly. Go like just. It doesn't matter that she's not streaming right now. Go and follow her, and like that, like positive energy, and like we managed to get her a few extra followers and stuff. That I feel is maybe not the sole reason, but like I feel like it was a good push for Snuggly to get back into streaming, and now she's streaming very often. And she's doing really well with it.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah, so I'm glad that we can have that sort of impact, and as well with Chick, like we got enough followers to be affiliate before her first stream,
Yeah, basically that was wild when that happened as well.
and then in her first stream she was getting like 30 viewers.
Yeah, I remember it was crazy. Like it's really cool to see as well because now we have like I know we have like our little inner circle and we have like people who are a little bit further out of it, and it's cool when we have like a friend of ours who's like, oh, I kind of want to start streaming or something like that. Like Mahez, for example, right? I think it's like the most recent like I'm gonna start streaming person, and then boom, we can like boom, followers, love, viewers. So it's nice. You don't have to kind of within this kind of like circle that we have. You don't have to like really struggle. Because I remember, I don't know how it was for you, but I think when I started streaming originally, I wasn't streaming like really, really often. I started in 2016, in I think early 2016, and I would stream here and there, and then I did like little periods where I was like streaming a little bit longer, did a few more days in a week, and then I kind of stopped for a while, and then I came back after a while. But most of those streams were like 1 viewer, 2 viewer, 1 viewer, no viewer, 2 viewer, 1 viewer. It's like nobody there for like most of it. It took like 4 fucking ever to really get any traction at all after like years and years and years and years, and then finally it like started to like slowly start building up. And I was thinking to myself, like, if I can make friends and like help build up other people, then maybe we can create this sort of like have the sort of structure where we can, like exactly what you said, right? We can have this sort of positive reinforcement. I think that's really, really valuable. It's really, really fun.
Yeah, for me, I feel like I was able to like have like, but you know how the affiliate program, it came out in 2017. I had enough followers and had the average viewership to be offered affiliate during the first wave. That it was
Let's go.
like the very first wave of affiliate invitations. I was part of that.
That's actually super cool.
Yeah. So like I had enough then for it. But I feel like most of my growth came from like going to people's chats and either helping them or racing, just
For sure.
making friends, and like sort of. I wasn't necessarily going in there like, oh, follow for follow, whatever.
Yeah.
But it was networking essentially.
100%.
But yeah, we were able to just make that sort of networking and like gaining a few followers here and there, and that's how I basically started out. Like I think I got like 20 followers before I started streaming.
Just from like people who like knew you and stuff from being in other communities and stuff. Yeah. That's an important part, obviously. Yeah. If anybody's listening who wants Twitch advice, being part of a community is a really good way to gain some potential viewership. It works. I see you have maybe another clip loaded up. Am I right in engaging that, Ruby?
Yeah, so this was one from 5 months ago.
Let's see.
This was I was playing Overwatch. You can see we've got Kate there. We've got Nathan playing as Junkrat, Alpha Light. We had Zephyr, Rai. I don't remember who the sixth was, if we even had one, but so this was at the very beginning of a game. I'm playing Reinhardt, and I saw these. I just wanted to like charge across, made a mistake, and I survived.
I saved myself. I killed them both,
Oh my god!
and I survived.
Can
Thank
you
you, honey.
stop running from your
I managed to like grind the rail essentially, and like just.
Oh my god, I can't believe
It's
you
actually
pulled that
weird.
off.
Holy moly, what? That was I'm surprised you didn't die there.
Me too.
Holy crap, what a charge. I know, what the hell, man. Oh my god. That was from 5 months ago. That's a nice recent clip.
Yeah.
Well, I think you've had a long journey, and in a way, I think your like real stream story is like, about to begin almost. I think I'm excited. I'm excited for what you've got to come, because I think a few years from now we're gonna be doing this again. Maybe we'll check back in, and it's gonna be actually, that's an interesting question. A final sort of little point to maybe I guess bookend this interview on. What do you kind of see for yourself going forward?
I just want to keep playing new games and vibing with everyone. So literally, if anyone has any games that they want to play, multiplayer games, whatever, just hit me up. I'll play.
Well, I think there's going to be good vibes incoming, and I think there's going to be good times coming as well, and a lot of good games. I'm excited. Ruby, I'm sorry that I've kept you so long. I know this
No worries, mate.
interview stretched on a little bit, but I really do appreciate that you managed to come on impromptu, last minute, on the spot. Kind of completely my fault that it ended up being so haphazard, because I think I have dyslexia or something, I swear, at this point. But it was good. I really appreciate having you here. I appreciate having you around in general as a friend and as a streamer, and it was really fun to do a little interview like this. Now, before we end, where can people find you? What are your socials? Where can they follow you? Where can they subscribe to you?
Well, you got me on Twitch. I'm on Twitter. I post some bullshit sometimes on there. I do have a YouTube. Don't yet post, but everything is RWBYSorry.
Nice. All right. Thank you, Mr. RWBYSorry.
And Discord as well. You
Oh,
can
yeah,
find my Discord in my Twitch bio stuff.
Hell yeah. Go join, follow him, subscribe, look out for his tweets. It's gonna be exciting, right? It's gonna be up to some cool stuff. There's content coming in. And also, I think we might have a multiplayer game coming up. I need to check in with you for when we're gonna do It Takes Two, because I think you said that you haven't played that, if I remember correctly.
I haven't.
Okay, I haven't either. That's gonna be perfect. We're gonna do that in that case. So I'll get back to you about that. So that's gonna be coming up. So everybody who's interested in more Reboot collab stuff, we've got a game coming up. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be chaotic. So stay tuned for that. And Ruby, thank you for being here. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. I'll see you around.
I'll see you around. Have a good rest. Have a good sleep.
Will do.
Alright, take care. Alright. Wowee! Wowee! That was fun! That was fun! That was kind of wholesome! That was really nice. Ruby is an interesting guy. I think out of all of our, like, inner circle kind of streamer friends, I mean, like, Wa, Rai, Zephyr, Malachi, Yumizu, all of us, basically. I think Ruby is, like, the only other person who's been, like, streaming for a really, really long time. So it's cool to kind of have a peek and have a look at, like, this sort of, like, long journey that's kind of taken, like, many years to get to this point. I feel like it's really cool to see, like, especially anybody who's been doing it for a really long time, like, what they've gone through. It's neat hearing from someone who's been in it just as long. Yeah, exactly, yeah. And I think for, like, similar reasons almost, because, he started off speedrunning Mario, I started off speedrunning Iz. I think I don't know if he was speedrunning Mario for longer than I was speedrunning Iz for, so it's a long-ass time. He's doing it for, like, 8 years straight. It's a long time to run a game. It's hard not to get sick of it. Like, I love Is. Is my favorite game of all time. Probably will be for, I don't know what will change that. I'd probably have to, unless I begin to love Mario even more after 120 star, which is possible. It hasn't yet been overthrown. It's possible that Mario 64 may overtake it, but Is 1 and 2 is, you know, holds a very special place in my heart as like a casual game. More so than just a speed game, obviously, but yeah, coming from that sort of perspective, it's interesting. I did, however, after speedrunning Is for so long, I did kind of burn out of it. Okay, little sneak peek behind the curtain. I did actually try at one point to practice Is a little bit, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna record myself. Like, this is the thought I had. I was like, okay, I'm gonna record myself getting a Genocrez level 1 fight, hitting every single hit. Don't do that piss for you. I actually need to go pee as well. Oh, I'm gonna go pee. I'll be right back, okay? I'm gonna... One second, I need to go pee as well. Alright, I'm back. Phew. I kind of need to go pee as well. I didn't even realize. I was too entranced in the moment. Ah. How'd you guys like the interview? I loved it personally. We got a lot of information. It was really, really cool. Got to get some... It was cool to get like a sort of... Like a one big kind of... I don't know what I would call it. Like, we got like a... Basically like an experience. We just got to go through all sides of Ruby's streaming career. Tranced by his voice. I did like the ASMR aspect. It was very nice, very soothing. Also, Ruby, if you need to change the sound back, don't forget to do that, because I think if you use your normal level volume next time you go to use your mic, it might be blown out a bit. So just a warning in that case. But as somebody who's dealt with 1.5 billion audio issues, glad that I could help with that. Dude, you should go to bed, go to sleep, man. Get some rest. Oh god. Thank you, Ruby, for joining me for that. I'm sorry, I hope it wasn't too long. I hope you enjoyed it as well. How did you feel about it, Ruby? I hope you enjoyed the interview. Kept him awake, Barricade. We were having like too good of a conversation, I think. I really enjoyed listening to Ruby talk about it, like his past and stuff. Honestly, look, I'm not gonna lie, I really could ask like 50 more questions about stuff outside of stream, but it's just, I don't want to keep Ruby so much longer. But okay. We've got another piece of content coming up now. We've got a new segment to the stream. We're gonna be jumping in probably to Conquerors. I'm kind of scared about it. We can do another interview sometime. 100%, 100%. I liked it, hell yeah. Next time, Ruby, you should interview me. We'll get to flip the tables. Let's see what you come up with. Right, okay. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pull out my my legal copy of Conker's Bad for a Day. Alice is gonna be today tomorrow. I'm probably gonna do Outlast tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. Because I want to make sure that if I think Ruby paid for me to play the game, so I don't want to do it while he's asleep. So I'm gonna do it tomorrow, I think. I'll do it tomorrow after Trinity Isle, I think. Let me scratch my little cat ears. So I'll do that then. But I'll do Conkers now. I'll do Conkers now. I'll get that plugged in.